Okay guys, sorry I did not upload Saturday. I forget what I was doing, I was busy. But today is Sunday, it's about 2 o'clock, got to Bible school this afternoon, finished up with church this morning, but we got some quails that hatched. Well, you may or not know, I do quails. If you go back, hit, and you're at my YouTube channel on YouTube, you hit, there's home, there's videos, there's shorts, there's playlist, community, and go right there, hit videos, and then you'll say latest, popular, and oldest, hit popular, and there'll be something about quails. Go watch it, and you can see a lot of my quails that I got, but we got these 5 little birds right here. They're turnix. Just dump them out right here in the brooder. Now you may say, most turnix look like this one or this one. Well yeah, I've only had, that's the 2 that I just showed you are the second and third ever white turnix I've ever had. I've only had 1 before. And I think I've raised over 50 birds. So I think it's something sort of rare. I was thinking these were bob whites because I did have bob white quail eggs in the incubator. And I forgot the turnix gestation period. Am I saying that right? Incubation period is 17 days till when they're supposed to hatch. Bob whites are 21. So all of these are turnix. I was thinking those white ones are bob white, but they're all turnix. So we got some turnix. And now, I'm turnix. Or any baby bird, quail. I just got me a little box from a friend that works at the electrical company. And then I just divided it up in 3 little sections with some wire. I think that's, shucks. 1/4 half-inch wire, half-inch and half-inch wire, and it works real good. Just put those little boards down there for the wire, and it keeps shavings in the right side. Now this is something that's just a brooder that I have. I can show you some other simpler ways to do it, and just as easy, but it works real good. Wait, can you quit slurping watermelon right by my ear? What I do is we have had a fire with lamps and chickens, and the barn burnt down, so that was not good. But here's what I do, and it's a whole lot more safer. I have my lamp right there, and it's hung up by a rope that stronger, says it can pull up to 100 pounds. It's a whole lot stronger. And up there to a board that's screwed in, got that tied in. Mama got her electrical box tied there, but I can tie all 3 brooders in. That one's tied in too. Tying that one too right up there. Works real good. This one I have not built the top for. I just built it a month ago, and I haven't felt like putting the top on it yet. Well, haven't been able to. And then we got this one, and we got this one. This is my first ever one, then I built that one. I only got 2 lamps, I have to switch them up, but yeah. That's what I use. And then the shavings I use, you see, those are smaller ones. The normal sized shaving is about like that big. So grab a handful of those smaller shavings real quick for me. Just a small handful. Just hold it up beside mine. Mine is to the left. And it has the shavings that are normal size that you buy. White bag. These that lid is holding to the right are the ones that, are smaller, and you buy from Tractor Supply, and they're in a yellow bag right beside the white ones. They're only $7, so work real good. Premium fine. These are fine. Premium pine shavings in a yellow bag. Shut up, chickens. These are Flake premium pine shavings in a white bag. So that's what I use. The yellow ones, because it's smaller, easier for the quail birds to go around. And then they can just go around. And you may say, what about them drowning in these waters? It's only 1/2 inch tall, maybe less than 1/4 inch of water. And so they cannot drown in that. I used to be worried about that, but they cannot. And you see all the little dirt speckles that I've left. I've left the little speckles, so they'll be pecking at that, wondering what that is. And then they'll figure out that was water, and they'll drink that. This right here, I put a little bit too much. Flake out a little in the shavings, and I'll eat that later. You only want about that much right there on a piece of cardboard. I mean, compared to my hand, it's not very big. And maybe 10 inches by 5. And I just ripped that out for a cardboard box. Sprinkle the feed on like that. This has a little bit too much. Throw that right back in there. But you only want a little, and on that white, it shows up really good. Move your fingers back and forth like that. Bump it. So I'm getting all of their inches besides that one back in the corner. And he's learning to eat the feed. That one's I got his interest. This one's learning to eat the feed. Just doing this right here. Thump, 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 thump on the cardboard. Thump, thump, thump. Doing that. And just doing that on the cardboard. Just a second. Or just a little while. And it works real good, and that teaches him how to eat. See? He's sitting there eating all by himself.
Watching for my other one.
And that's what I do. And then that's about how I normally have them. But yeah, that's how I do quails and how to raise them. People say, oh, you gotta blend up the little crumbles in a blender. It's too big for them to eat. I thought that once. No. Turns into powder. They cannot eat it. And these crumbles right here work real good. For that, let's see if I can find a wreck under the shed. Chickens have been throwing things everywhere. Oh, that one's empty. Let's see. Give me a second. I'll go to Bible school with you. And so here's what I use. Let's see if I can get it to stand up here. I buy it from Tucker Milling, Quail, Game Bird, Grower, Complete Feed. This is not the best stuff. Let's see if you can find a pink bag for me. I think there's one in here somewhere. And it's Grower, and it's Complete Feed, it says. You turn it over and you go right back here to the back. Crude protein, minimum 22%. The other one, it has 28% protein. That's a blue bag. I do use it a lot. It's just that we ain't got very many. Oh. We don't use very many of them, Lydia. I only use it for quail. And, but it has 28%. Has more protein. That's what I feed most of my quails. That's just what I'm feeding these right now. So I do have a bag of it. It's just I have not opened it, and I got to finish off my feed drum before I open it. So, because they did not have it in stock, but go down there to Thomaston, Alabama. And there is the Mosley Feed Store right there. I mean, direct slap dab in the center of the town. Hard to miss. Right there by the Whitetail place. And I mean, they sell feed. Mr. Matthews, a real nice man. He always helps you with finding feed. And if he ain't got it, and Tucker Milling sells it, he'll order it right for you. Because he's been out of feed a couple times of just what I needed. But he's ordered just what I needed for me in 2 to 3 days. It's pretty good. Because once I run out, I still got all my quail feeders full. And I just run out of feed. So I can wait 2 or 3 days. But sometimes it takes 4 to 5 days to have a few issues or something. But normally 3 to 4 days. And that's about all it takes, and I get my feed in that quick. And he's really good about what he does. But a few other things you can do for brooders. Let's see if I can find it. I've done a few other odd things for brooders. Let's see. There's a few things around here people would use. Let's see. Here, I used to have one of these, even bigger. Well, I still have it, but cardboard around the edges. And that was my first quail brooder. And I set a lamp on top. Gave them feed and water. Kept them in the house. It worked perfectly fine for a little while. They got loose. 2 of them did. The cat killed them. So that gave me problems there. That did not work out. Don't use those. You could use this right here. This right here. Do not. It's plastic. Will not work. Use this right here. Do not. They can get out. Whatever you think would work. Cardboard box. Don't really do that. Fire hazard. Those plastic tote tubs that you can buy for like $10 at Walmart. Maybe expensive because I ain't checked the price lately. Don't use those. They'll melt. I highly, highly, highly recommend making, just a simple 2x2 box. Well, maybe not 2x2. Maybe a 2 foot wide and 3 foot long box for brooding quails in. It works really, really nice. You can't go wrong. Just make sure you got some air vents. And then I made this emergency one right on the side. If I need to, I can just rip that cardboard off, have even more air. More air for my birds. They live even better. So it works real good. And then, here's something else. A few of you may be, well, maybe even a lot of you may be familiar with Murray McMurray. I don't really recommend them. Not trying to be like a bad person about their product. They do sell good chickens, but it's just they're a little bit too expensive. Quails are just quails. You don't need no purebred quail for Copernicus. They're just a quail. Chickens are a little bit different. If there's a lot of breeds, but Copernicus quail, there's not a lot of breeds, and if you have them mixed breed, you can get all sorts of colors, and a lot of people like that because you can get all sorts of colors. They say theirs have rare colors. Not really. But for 10 of them, 2 males and 8 females, halfway grown, could die in shipping. Because quails are not very good for shipping. It's $120. Not to be exact, but I think, that with tax, $120 something. And that's pretty expensive. Mine, I'll sell them to you butchered if you want to eat them. And I'll sell you quail eggs for hatching, eating. One of those two. I do have some eggs that are just for eating and some eggs that are just for sitting. But I'll sell a baby chick, a little bird, like, oh shoot, let's see. Water's messing with these birds right here that I showed you. I can't get the phone to turn around, but those ones right there, I think they got it. I sell those to you 14 days old for $2. Once they have laid their first egg, I'll sell them to you for $5. After they laid their first egg, it may be 2 to 3 weeks, even 3 months until they lay their next egg and start steady laying. And I'll sell them to you butchered. It's a little bit expensive, but they're sort of a rare bird. I think they're an exotic. So $6 for a butchered bird. And so, it only takes about 6 of them to fill you up. Me, 6 or 7, sometimes 8. I can eat a lot of quail, unless there's sides with them. Now, Copernicus are not the best for eating, but they do eat half decent. Now, bob whites, you do not really want to. Bob whites are just the best eating quail there is. I do not do bob whites anymore. They do not do good for me. But as you can see, you may say, I have to keep my birds off of the ground. I'm trying to get mine off the ground so it will be easier to take care of them. But this is what I have right now, if I can get it. All I have right here is a 6x6 shack, 6 foot tall, 6 foot wide, and 6 foot long. I do have some drips in here because my roofing is not the best, not too good. But that yellow one, please, you need to go to chores. We gotta go to BBS. And this yellow one, it belongs over here. And you may say, why is there a dead quail? Well, 2 dead quails. Having troubles one day, and for some reason 2 of them died because of the heat. Way back in there, I couldn't get them out, and then came back the next day with a stick to get them out because it was late that evening, and they were just gone. And I haven't seen them since, which was 3 weeks ago. No, 2 weeks ago. And I couldn't find them. But I try to not let my animals die. Now this one right here, I can get the phone to cooperate. It's acting up. That little brown and white one, he's my favorite. He is a male, and he's a real nice bird. And I mean, if I wasn't wearing socks and Crocs, he'd come over here and peck my toes. He's real nice. I like to have Coturnics that will peck my toes. That means they're nice and friendly. All the rest of mine, and the tons of birds I've had, do not do that. But this one right here, Coturnics and all quail birds are not a bird that needs to be held. As I say in the phone acted up again, are not a bird that needs to be held. They're a bird that just needs to be looked at, not talked around very loud like I'm doing. But I can do this because my birds are used to this, because I've filmed 4 videos with them, even though only one of them, soon to be a second, is on my YouTube channel. And these, I'm trying to get, as I've said again, I'm trying to get me some pure yellow birds that are just yellow Coturnics. Oh, because I do like the yellow breed. I do need to get eggs. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With pink is a female. The phone keeps acting up, so I can't turn it around. But I hope you have a good day. I hope you enjoy watching my YouTube channel, Redneck Doings. Stay safe, or like, subscribe, comment, and share. Stay safe, but stay redneck. We'll see you guys next time on Redneck Doings.